Welcome to another mega exciting 5-minute auto pairing. Let's try for a martial gambit here, or counter-gambit against the king's gambit. Aha. Now what would I play here? What would I not like? I think taking on d4 is a nice gambit. And just trying to use the dart squares down the f5 square. Like knight h6, knight f5, queen b6. I think these dart squares are all pretty bad. Knight h6, knight f5. And this one, throw that in. So knight h6 to f5, bishop b4. It looks pretty nasty on the dart squares, I think. Bishop f5, maybe even castle queenside. Bishop f5, castle queenside, king b8. Or knight f5 to e3. Interesting. Knight f5 to e3. This queen's actually quite nice for that diagonal. I'm going to go into e3, that gives me that. d3, knight b4. d3 at the right time. And there's bishop c2 here for d3. That's interesting. Doesn't block in the bishop. So I get to play d3 with the bishop on c2.
Check.
There's bishop b4, there's a3. If I castle queenside here, well, this f7 might be a problem. It's not going to be plain sailing. Bishop e7 would have been prudent. There's also e6. Yeah, he's got something to play. There's bishop b4, nice pin. So he's got a3 and stuff. Let's just put the bishop here for a moment. Maybe king b8, rook c8. He's going to try this c-file business. He's got e6. Oh, he's got f5. He's going to get my king. I've always got bishop d6 for a moment. Maybe h5, h4. There's knight e1. Okay. Queen e3 might be interesting. Rook e1. Or h5, h4. Yeah, that's a bit committed, isn't it? I might need to... Oh, knight d3. He's getting his pawn back. If I take knight b4... Kind of getting his pawn back. Oh well. It was good while it lasted. The extra material, you know, he's lost a bit of time. I don't think his position's that crushing, so it's okay. Knight b4. So rook c2 here actually looks interesting. e6, I'll take that. I want to double rooks. What else do I want to do? h5, h4. So rook c8. He's not really going to play this, is he? The safe one might be f6, if that really works. Takes check. And he's got f6 after. Okay, there's queen d4 here, hitting the rook, and d2. Queen d4 looks like a nuisance move. I could just win 2 pieces for the rook, but there might be some play there. What about just queen d3? That looks nice. Or rook d2. I don't know. Knight takes. It's all a bit tasty. I don't want any backfire on the c file. Let's get the queens off. Just enjoy the c file. Just enjoy f2 and a2. Isn't that enough? How much more do I want? Do I really need 2 pieces for the rook? Sometimes that's horrible. It can backfire. So here I'm threatening knight c1 if he takes, and then rook d2. So he moves the knight. I can take on a2. I can double on the c file. Gets the knight to d4. I don't think that's great. There's things like bishop c5 and knight f2. Alright, so knight f2 or bishop c5. I think bishop c5 first gives me things like knight f2. Still very, very nice position. I'll stop this business here. And I think I want to take on a2. That could be a winning a pawn later. b4, he could try and distract. Maybe bishop b6. Alright. Yep, there's going to be a fight. Knight f2 to e4.
Check.
That looks fairly pleasant. That knight on e4. There's bishop f2 to g3 potentially, or bishop here for bishop f4. Now bishop g3. There's g5 here. I just want to play bishop f4. The centre might be crumbling now. Bishop f4, he sacks the exchange.
Check.
Bishop e5. That's knight e7. Okay. Wondering about doubling. Just bishop e5, knight e7. Anything better, I think. Isn't that just rook e8 to stop that sort of thing? I mean, it's a concession to play g3, right? Take on e5 maybe. And what am I doing? Okay, let's sort out my king. This d pawn is an asset. Might as well try and use it. Right. Can I get rid of that guy? Unblockade measure. Blockades knight c5. I'm going to unblockade. Right. As knight takes b3 here. I want to play bishop f4 and d3. Bishop e3. b6 and knight c5. Yeah. A bit of a fight there. Okay. Yeah, this is not a good opening for white. I enjoy having a position like this. Big advantage. This is okay. I think knight b4 might even be better then. What does he do to this? Moves here? Oh yeah, it just looks nice anyway. This is interesting. Maybe this isn't so good. Bishop e7, it's still pretty good though, still. To have with black this position. He wins his pawn back, but at a price. That rook on the 7th. Yeah, knight d3 was given. I just wanted to get the queens off here, enjoy this advantage without too much hassle.
Check.
Yeah, I mean, the pieces are all pretty nice.
Check.
And still, I think that d pawn now, with the rook on the 7th, I think d pawn is really dangerous and it's so short on time anyway. Yeah, it's all pretty pleasant. Okay, comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.